Hello class. Let's take a moment to review our assignment, which is our infectious disease newsletter. Everybody should have a packet of instructions. The first step will be to research an infectious disease that's had a significant impact on society. Maybe your disease caused a plague that killed a lot of people, or maybe your disease led to some major scientific discovery. Once you've completed your research, you'll need to create a newsletter about your disease. You can do this using either MS Publisher or MS Word. Your newsletter must include the following details. Any of the headings that you need will be shown in bold and underlined in the next slides. First, your newsletter will need to be 2 to 3 pages in length to ensure that you have the right mix of text and pictures. And then you'll need to have a title, which is the name of your disease, and a subtitle, which this could be some nickname for the disease that maybe you came up with or some other scientist did. And you can see in my newsletter, my title was Ebola, and I chose a quote from the gentleman who discovered the Ebola virus in 1976. Next, you'll need a section that I like to call a moment in history. Now, you don't have to name it that, but it's just more of a description of what the section is about, and it's where you're going to actually describe the disease's impact on society. My section is titled the 2014-2016 West African Ebola Outbreak. Next, you'll need to have a section titled Background and then Transmission. And the background section is where you're going to describe any basic information about the disease, such as what kind of pathogen it is and maybe its mortality rate. And transmission describes how the disease is spread, person to person, animal to human, respiratory, things like that. Next, you will need a section for symptoms, treatment, any available treatments, and prevention, things such as hygiene, sanitation, and especially vaccines that can be used to prevent the disease. And finally, you're going to need a reference section. You need to have at least 2 references for your research. Let's take a look at my newsletter and talk about pictures. You need to have at least 3 pictures for your newsletter, and not just any old pictures. These pictures need to be relevant, in particular to this section where you've placed them. Now, you can see in my newsletter in the title bar, there's a picture of the Ebola virus as it's seen under an electron microscope. Under the West African Ebola Outbreak section, you'll see a map depicting the countries in West Africa where this outbreak took place. On the next page, you'll see a picture of a gentleman holding a fruit bat, and the fruit bat is the natural reservoir for the Ebola virus. It's where the spread actually starts from. And then in the symptoms, you'll see a graphic showing the progression of symptoms for the disease. And finally, you'll see a picture under prevention of somebody using personal protective equipment, and that's the mainstay of prevention of the disease. Okay, make sure that you each review the rubric that you have in your packet so you know how you'll be graded on this assignment. And please note that your electronic submissions are due by November 27th. I look forward to seeing all of your submissions, and I will share them with the class so that we can learn about all of these fascinating infectious diseases. Good luck, everybody.